Action. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to class. Welcome back to class. The camera doesn't want to move away from this team. Okay. So welcome back to class. For today, I would like to first start off this meeting by going through a recap, right, of what exactly we need to do, what do we need to cover today. All right. So we have just gone through a series of different tours to different places. So first of all, right, after what you've done this morning, can I ask, what exactly is it that we are going to achieve today? So, Sandy, you seem to be in deep thought. So what are we supposed to achieve today? What are we supposed to achieve today? What are we aiming to do today?
Improve the workplace wellness.
Okay, so we are going to look at how we can come up with
Different ideas to improve.
Okay, looking at different areas that we want to improve the workplace wellness in the company, which is RP. Okay, so everyone, you got that? So the first, the only task, the main task today, right? We are looking at how to improve the workplace wellness, right? Now, how do we achieve this? Right? So how do we achieve this? Does anybody else remember what we have covered this morning? So what else did we do this morning? Yes, Jolie? What did we do this morning?
We went to the three places, the recreation room, relaxation room, and the gym.
Okay, so what was the purpose of going there? What did we do there? Okay, so we actually went there and we conducted risk assessment. Alright, great. Okay, so what else did we also do this morning? Anybody here? What else did we also do this morning?
Zumba.
Okay, so we did some physical activity, sure. So that's what is an example of Zumba is actually an example of something that we conduct for the staff, right? Okay. So what else did we also cover this morning? Kimberly, anything you want to say? So she mentioned, right? She mentioned that we did Zumba this morning, correct?
Yeah.
So Zumba is an example of different types of
exercise.
Okay. So what are we supposed to cover?
RP have for the staff.
Okay. So we actually need to look at all the different programs, right?
Yeah.
So what do we want to see in the programs?
Is it comprehensive?
Okay. So is it comprehensive? Okay. Great. So we are also looking at comprehensiveness of programs. Right? Okay, so what's one more thing that you need to do today? Anybody else remember? What's one more thing that actually was explained this morning? Okay, so we need to actually conduct interviews. Why do we need to conduct interviews with the staff?
To know their preference.
Okay, to know their preference and their preference for?
What kind of workout?
What kind of, sorry?
What kind of exercise they want and what kind of environment they want.
Okay, very good points there. Right, so you heard what Sandy mentioned. We do interviews for staff, right, because we want to find out, right, what kind of, right, she mentioned two things, what kind of programs and what kind of environment, right? Okay, that's good. So with this, I hope this actually sums up, right, and gives you an idea of what is in store for you today. So for today, we have got plenty of things that we need to do. But the first order of business that we have for today is for us to form our companies, right? So I would like to draw your attention over to the screen. Okay, so we are going to identify the companies that you are going to form in order to achieve those tasks that we have actually mentioned up on the board. All right. Okay, so take a look at the screen. All right, so this is the structure of your companies. So can I have Totally Mental Wellness Private Limited to say hi, everyone? Just wave. Okay, there you are. All right. So the appointments have already been confirmed. Right. This will be led by Angeline. Right. Angeline is a chairperson overseeing the safety committee. Right. So Angeline, say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Yes, Angeline.
Hi.
All right. So this is Angeline here. Okay. All right. Then the co-chairperson is Diana. So Diana, would you like to say anything? Okay. So you are heading the welfare team in this company. All right. So this is your team. All right. Hi, Francesca. Okay. All right. So now moving on to the other team. Sadly, our appointed chairperson isn't here. Right. So the chairperson will now be Arina. All right. So Arina, hi there. Okay. So Arina, you are leading the safety committee. All right. Great. Okay. And the co-chairperson will be Sandy. All right. So Sandy, you're leading the welfare committee. Okay. So with this, right, I would like you to now, yes, safety. Oh, that's sad. Okay, never mind. Later we'll change for you. Okay. So you're in charge of the welfare, right? Okay. So with this, you have all been allocated your tasks. Can you first open up your worksheet for today? Right. So let's open up the worksheet for today. And can we take a quick look at question 1? Right? So question 1, which is section A, right? We are going to do a very quick sum up of this question, right? Before we move on to the next question. So question 1, let's do it together as a class. Okay? Ken? All right. So let's look at question 1. Everybody got it? Okay. In question 1. Notice that they have asked you to identify 4 different initiatives, right? 4 different initiatives. So look at question 1. They have asked you to identify 4 different initiatives over here, right? Okay? Right? 4 different initiatives, everybody. Okay? So these are 4 possible initiatives in the workplace. So can I ask each of your teams to come up with one? So let's start with Arina. You seem to be smiling right there. Can you come up with one activity in the workplace that you can propose that will actually promote healthy lifestyle? So, Zumba. So Zumba falls, which is what you've done just now, right? So did you all enjoy the Zumba session just now? Yeah. So what does Zumba fall under? Physical activity. Very good. Right? Okay. Next. Can I have your team here? Can you identify one more possible activities that we will usually have in different workplace health promotion initiatives? Think of one more. What comes to mind?
Healthy diet.
Healthy
Healthy diet.
Healthy diet. Okay, so what exactly are you referring to when you say healthy diet?
Like my healthy plate.
Okay, so how will you actually incorporate this into, let's say, a corporate wellness initiative?
They like some fruits at their canteen.
Okay, can.
Yeah, for every meal that you buy.
Okay, so you can serve fruits. Did you eat your fruits today, Francesca? Have you eaten your fruits today? Okay, so yes, healthy eating. Right? Healthy eating or healthy diet, and like what Francesca has correctly mentioned, you can actually come up with policies. You can serve fruits, or you can even give free fruits, right? To staff to encourage them to eat according to like what Jaslyn, you said, follow what? They follow the healthy plate guidelines. Okay, excellent. Now let's move on to this team. So would you like to identify one more initiative? One more? Okay, so far we have got physical activity, healthy eating.
Smoking prevention.
Smoking prevention. How do you think this can actually be introduced into a workplace? So you say smoking prevention, right? How can this be introduced into a workplace?
I think having non-smoking rooms and setting a rule, let's say like this room, because let's say this room is shared by many employees, so you don't want the employees to have second-hand smoke. So it's a rule that this room that is commonly shared, nobody can smoke.
Okay, got it. So that means you have designated smoking rooms or smoking areas, right? Correct? Okay, that's good. So similar to what was mentioned just now, you're having a policy such that people can only, in a company, right, people can only smoke in certain areas. So that's a smoking cessation example. Okay, great. So let's have one more example, shall we? How about this team right here? Shall we have one more example?
Mental health.
Mental health, okay. So what do you think? What do you think is a possible program that in the workplace you can actually do for mental promotion of mental health?
Counseling.
Yeah, okay. Counseling. So what about counseling?
Like we can do group counsel or
Okay.
one-to-one.
Okay. So you are actually making counseling services available to the staff, is it? If they need it, okay. Anybody here needs counseling? You need? Actually, I need more. Okay. All right. So thank you very much. So these are some of the programs that we can actually have, right? So this is to give you an idea, right? This is to give you an idea of roughly what is actually required, or rather, how can we actually think up of certain programs to actually help to promote health at the workplace. Now with this, I will now move on to the specific tasks that you are going to be doing. All right? So for those of you in the welfare team, can you download first of all, can you download the worksheets? All right? All of you download the worksheets first. And next, in worksheet question B, right? Please go to worksheet question B for those of you in the welfare team. All right? In addition to worksheet question B, so we just go to question number 2. Can you download the series of emails that we have actually provided to you in the learning path? Right? So do you see in your learning path, there is this thing known as RP Corporate Wellness Initiatives. Right? So I would like you to download this and please start working on worksheet section B, questions 2. So for those of you in the welfare team, I would like you to start on that. Okay? So the 2 welfare teams, right? Please start on that. I'll come to you shortly. Okay, now to the 2 safety teams. Are you ready to get started? All right. So for the 2 safety teams, this is what I would like you to do. All right. For the 2 safety teams, can you go to worksheet, question, section D. All right. So please go to worksheet section for the 2 of you safety teams. Please go to worksheet, question, section D. Okay? Okay, so what I would like you to do is go to worksheet section D, fill up the content on ergonomics first. Right? Discuss, fill up the content, and after that, okay, after that, you notice that there are some scenarios in there in section B, section D. Okay, so what I would like you all to do, look at the scenarios, right? You have it on your table as well, right? So those of you in the safety team, look at the scenarios. You see scenario A and scenario B. Okay, so after you have gone through what are the different proper postures and ergonomics, I would like you to look at the 2 scenarios, come up with 10 different issues that you see in the scenarios. Okay? Can you come up with 10 issues each? These issues need to be indicated and you need to put this as part of your presentation later. All right? Can? Okay, so let's take a look at these respective tasks and let's spend the next 15 minutes doing this. Okay? Can? You all got it? Okay, so now please open up and I will go over to the different teams. Okay, so you go to D. Okay, so I will come to your team first. Okay, right? Both, right? Please do both scenarios, right? Both scenarios. Worksheet question D, section D, right? Do these two scenarios and come up with 10 for each, right? 10 scenarios for each. Okay, let me come to your team now. So, if you manage to open worksheet question, this thing doesn't want to move away from. Okay. Okay. Have you opened worksheet question B? Okay. So what do you see in question B?
What are the benefits of workforce health promotion?
No. Section B.
Section B.
Yeah. That's section B. Okay. You see that, right? Section B. Okay. So I'd like you to go to section B. Do you see this?
Yes.
Have you managed to download the corporate wellness initiatives? Okay, so what you are going to do now, like what you mentioned just now, right? You want to see whether it's comprehensive enough, right? Whether the programs in RP are comprehensive enough. So, would you like to work amongst your teams to split up some of the tasks? Look at all the emails and look at this, right? Can you fill in which of the initiatives in the emails, right, belong to where? Okay, so first of all, right, looking at this, right, what do you notice here? Does this look familiar to you?
Dimension of wellness.
So these are dimensions of wellness. So the first thing you need to do, look at those programs in the emails. Find out which dimensions of wellness they belong to. And then you need to place the items along this side. What do you notice over here? Does this also look familiar to you? Ottawa Charter, right? So same thing. Which of these initiatives belongs to which of these different action areas? Then you need to identify and plug them in. Okay, so who has already managed to open the emails? Who has already managed to open? You managed to open? Okay. So have you managed to open also? So all of you try to open. Okay, no problem. I'll try to open and then you split up the work. So let's look at the first one. You managed to open yours? Have you managed to open yours? Okay, so got it, Okay, yes, good. Okay, so you just need to go next. Yep. Okay, just continue next again. Right. Then you need to key in your password. Okay, so let's use yours as an example first. So the first thing that you see there is the health screening. How, Jasmine, you managed to open it? Okay, So look at the one that says health screening. So let me ask you using this as an example. Right? For health screening, which action area of the Ottawa Charter does it belong under? Health screening.
Supportive
Health
services.
Okay, why is it reorienting health services?
It's a screening exercise. They helps with like other people.
Okay, so it helps people to identify
and prevent the.
That's physical.
Correct. So this actually so what's the next thing? So you've already identified the action area of Ottawa Charter, right? So where does it belong? Which of the dimensions? Physical. Why physical?
Because health body is what help physical wellness.
Okay, very good. So because it's about the body. Alright? So on the same note, I would like you to split up, right? I would like you to split up all the different emails, right? Discuss in your team, and let's take the next 10 or so minutes to complete this whole table, right? So one of you can actually share the worksheet, and you can actually place all the things that you identify inside here. You need to put this on. This one is just the hard copy. You need to put it into a soft copy because later it must go into your PowerPoint.
Also cannot use soft copy.
This one is just for you to see only, but one of you just type this in. Can? Okay. Sorry? Oh no, why? Oh, your password got issue, is it?
No.
Yours can open. If not, then can both of you share? So maybe both of you share one, then both of you share one, okay? So what I suggest is you just quickly split up all the emails. Can? Yeah? Okay. So now I'll come over to your team. So how are you all? Have you managed to open your worksheet? Yes. So what do you need to do when there's so many emails? What do you need to do when you have so many emails in there? Hmm? Are you going to read it all by yourself?
Find the important one.
Okay, yes. Yes. So you have got how many persons in your team? Right. So all of you are in the same team, so you're the boss of the team. Okay. So look at section B. What are you supposed to do now? Okay, no problem. So what do you think you're supposed to do now? Right. Key thing is this. So what do you think you're supposed to do right now? Do this? Go below. Okay. So what are you supposed to do with the emails and this table here? Right? And this table here. What are you supposed to do with the emails? You're supposed to sort them. Okay, so sort them out according to what do you notice in this table? Okay. So first of all, right, what do you notice? Yes, what is up here? These are the dimensions of wellness. So the first level, you want to identify which dimension of wellness it belongs to. Okay, very good. So what's the next level? What does this look familiar to you? Ottawa Charter. So you need to first find out which dimension and then which action area of Ottawa Charter. So has anybody opened up the emails already? Do you have the email? Okay, open up one example. So just now, as mentioned, there's a lot of emails, right? So you need to split up the work, okay? Can? So split up the work and we'll spend the next 10 minutes doing this. So can we have one example? Can you open up one? Okay, so what do you see here?
Training for injury prevention.
Okay, so Hong Yi is now looking at the one that says training for injury prevention. Okay, so I'd like you to tell me, together as a group, using this as an example, which is the action area, or rather, okay, let's start with Ottawa Charter. So take note, what is the thing telling you to do? Read what's below. So learn how to exercise safely. So which action area? Okay, so it belongs under which action area? Yeah, developing personal skills. So that's how you define it under here. Now, which area of wellness? Why physical? And what else? Well, could be, but why is it? Why do you say it's physical first of all? When physical, what comes to mind?
Doing training.
Okay, so what exactly are you targeting when you are doing something like this? But exercise safely. So what are you targeting?
Preventing injury.
In where? On your body. So anything to do with something on your body is physical wellness. Got it? So that's how you define. So I would like you to split up the work and work on the rest of your emails as much as you can within this next 10 minutes. No, put someone in your team, please share the worksheet and all of you put in. All right? Okay. So by the way, what you see inside there, those are examples only. All right? You need to look at the emails and find whatever you can from there. All right? Try as many as you can. Okay, I suggest to focus on the ones that say registration. And you see those that say registration? So focus on those. Okay, can? Okay, thank you. Hi, I see that someone's having healthy eating over here. So yes, hi. How are you coping?
Well.
Everything okay here? So what are you doing right now? Okay. So you are looking at scene A. So come, Jideline. Look at this scene, Jideline. Jadeline. Can I ask, you're looking at scene A now, right?
Yeah.
What have you identified so far? Give me one. What is this?
The thing, the puddle.
English, please.
Water puddle.
Okay, so you see,
Yeah.
okay, so this you've identified the risk, first thing. Why is this a risk?
Like example, people walking towards the sink to wash dishes or wash cups.
What will happen to them?
Cause like
Will cause what? Okay, so they may have a potential to trip. Okay, slip and fall. Okay, so that's a risk. So that's the nature of the risk. Okay, so and now you also work on this, right?
Yeah.
How will you manage something like this? What's the solution to this?
By putting like a floor mat down there,
Mm-hmm.
so that like the water can be absorbed instead
Okay.
of just being one like farther down there.
Okay.
Because like
But is that the root? Is that addressing the root cause of the problem? What causes this to happen in the first place?
deep in the sink or
Yeah. So you're saying you want to find out whether there's a
there is
clog in the sink, or is there a problem in the sink?
leak in the sink,
Yeah.
and then
So
fix that, and then to prevent like just in case someone spill water, at least got the floor mat there. Because even though the floor mat is wet, right, it still won't slip on the floor mat compared to like the floor like I can say it's like a wood floor.
okay, that's a very good point. So you are actually identifying first of all what's the root cause, and you're also coming up with measures in the meantime. While you're solving the root cause, you want to prevent anybody from affecting. So I'd like you to do the same thing, what you just described to me, for all of as many as you can. Try to hit 10 cases per scenario, right? 10 items per scenario. So you have got quite a lot, but your team has got 3 people only. So you have to split up the work. Each one of you just take 3 or so. Okay? Can? Right. So remember this one, right? You put it in your worksheet first. Later, this has to be presented as well.
Okay.
Okay? Great job. Okay. Thank you. So, hi there. Hello, Uncle.
Hello.
And team. And hello, Jolene. Hello, Francesca. Hello, everyone.
Francesca.
No, sorry. Hello, Claire.
How you look?
Hey, you look alike, actually. So, yeah. You just need to switch the glasses. Can already. Okay. So, hey, later you will switch glasses.
Really?
Yeah, I just realized that. That's why I called you. Okay. What have you done so far?
Finish the scene A and B.
Both. Okay. Can you give me an example of something that you see in scene A?
Okay.
So the Francesca look alike, you tell me. Okay, sorry, Claire, tell me. Can you give me one example in scene A? What have you all worked on since you all finished already?
We think about
Which one?
the water.
Okay.
Down there. So,
Okay.
like, because the water down there is a hazard.
Okay.
So the risk will be that
What's so funny?
people may walk around, then
Okay.
they didn't see, so they
Okay.
slip.
Okay, very good. Okay, so a few things first. Alright. First of all, you have identified this to be the risk. Okay, so that's the first part. Next thing is you mentioned that what will happen to people if they come into contact. They will slip and fall, so there's this potential of them slipping and fall. So that's the first part that you're supposed to do, identify the risk, right? What's the second part you're supposed to do after that? Recommend what?
Recommend the safety hazard.
Safety.
Control me.
Okay, safety control measures, yes. Okay, thank you very much. So, yes, Jolene, what are possible control measures that after what Claire has mentioned?
Maybe like if they spill right, then they should like clean up. Like
Okay.
straight away. Yeah,
So
also
you are saying that this, what's the root cause then? What do you think is the root cause of this? What is the root cause of this happening? Okay, it could be people.
or maybe like they wash already, then they never see the water.
Okay, so you are targeting people's actions, right? So how will you target this? How will you target the action? So how, Uncle, how will you target the action? She said that this is due to people's actions that cause the risk to appear. How will you target their action?
Maybe they can have like certain like companies. This is called like their pantry area. They actually have like some notice, right, to tell to let the staff know that maybe they have a cloth there. So once you all finish washing, maybe you all can just wipe it so that it won't be that wet to actually drip it around the area. So
very good.
it would minimize the risk of having injuries or incidents happening in the workplace.
Okay, great. So you're actually targeting them by putting up certain notice and making it easier for them to maybe wipe their hands and so on.
Yeah, so that the water won't drip here and there.
Excellent. Anything else you would like to add on to this? What else do you think, because right now we have actually looked into this case, we have identified the risks, We have identified what's the root cause. We have also identified how to control. But is people's actions the only root cause? What else could also cause this? This is a very huge puddle, right? So what is this? What is another possible cause?
The pipe.
Right? So what do you think is also happening? What else do you think is happening?
Inside the pipe.
Okay.
Burst lah.
Okay, so it could be
Then
that.
like, then the workers like didn't do much about it because like they don't bother, so
Okay.
that's why it keeps leaking. So maybe they could like actually care about their work environment, I guess.
Okay, so it could be that there's something leaking over here. So that means that there's probably some damage, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So how will you control that? How will you actually control this issue?
Like
Sorry?
call the water pipe person to come
Okay.
and fix the thing.
Okay, yes, right. So that's something that you can actually do. You can actually get the persons in charge, right, to fix this. So this is one example. Have you managed to find 10 different examples for each?
Yes.
So have you gone through similar extensive assessments? That means you find the root cause and everything? Done?
Yeah.
So you need to do that as per what I've gone through with you. Okay, alright, so let's continue this for another couple of minutes. Right? Yes.
Then the root cause of it and how to solve it.
How to solve it? Yeah. Okay. Just a reminder. What you need to do is you need to actually put this into your worksheet. So you all share. Right?
It's already sharing. That's why
Okay.
we
Excellent.
do it together.
Okay. Wonderful. So share it. Then after that, right? This needs to be part of your PowerPoint as well. Okay. Can? All right. So let's. Yes. Okay, so let's have a status update. Alright, so can I ask how's everyone over at the welfare team doing? Have you finished? How's it coming along? Okay, let's spend another 2 minutes more until 11:39 to do whatever you can. So are you identifying a lot of things here? Okay, very good. That's nice. Okay, excellent. I see a lot over in the physical side. You may want to look at whether there's anything in the emotional. There's actually quite a few, and social. Right? Try and see whether any of these events, actually there's quite a fair bit. Right? So it's important for you to identify what is available. Okay? Now, those of you who are in the welfare teams, I'll just ask both of you together. Okay. Those of you in the welfare teams, I'll ask you a question. Welfare teams. Why do you think you are doing this now? Why is it that you are looking at all these emails, and why is it that you're actually filling up this table? Aha, very good. Okay. All right. So what about you? Why do you think you are actually doing this?
We cater different wellness.
Okay.
Because there is different wellness, so based on the Ottawa Charter, we can like try to do different kind of perspective to help people on different type of wellness.
Okay.
Let's say we have this problem, then we can specifically help in this, not general.
Okay, good. So you're saying that you want to have as wide a coverage as possible in all the different aspects of
Everybody
wellness?
has different problems.
Okay, great. Okay, so both of what you have mentioned is relevant. So what Hong Yi has mentioned is relevant as well. She mentioned it's because you want to find out what are the gaps, right? So where are you actually short of which aspect, so that you can see whether you can come in there. And this brings on to what Sandy has mentioned as well, because your aim is to be as extensive as possible. Okay, so finish this up before we move on to the next question, boys. All right, okay, so finish this up, okay, and then we are going to move on to the next question. Okay, for those of you in the safety committee, I see you all are doing pretty well, so keep up the good work. All right, so now I would like you to start to move on to the next questions. Okay? Okay, so can I have the safety teams to move on to section E? Okay, so finish up. Okay, so finish up collating what you have done for section C. D, section D, and then move on to section E. As for the welfare, I would like you now to move on to section C. All right? Okay, so move on to section C. Okay? Okay, so move on to section C. Can you scroll down to section C, those of you in welfare? Okay, so what is section C about? Okay, so yes, from this team over here, what is section C about?
Questionnaire.
Questionnaire for? Why do you need a questionnaire? What is the purpose of the questionnaire? To get responses. So what are you going to be conducting? Yes, you want to get feedback, correct? So what you see in there, section C, is actually to tell you how to conduct your interview. Alright? You all got that as well? So section C, you are going to be given some guide on how to actually conduct your interview. Before you conduct your interview, what do you need to do first? What is required before you conduct your interview? What do you require before you conduct your interview? Yes, what do you need? Co-chair?
Survey questions.
Yes, okay, survey questions. So your team now is going to plan what questions you are going to ask, and you are going to identify 3 persons. Right? So you need to find 3 persons, and you're going to conduct the interviews with them. Okay? So that's the first thing. So plan first how you're going to ask the questions, and you need to identify your 3 persons. You can actually just go next door and find them. Alright? So I'll like you to start working on that. Okay?
Okay.
Can? Okay, Alright. And for those of you from the safety teams, what is because you see Francesca, they don't want to go away from her, and then the Francesca look alike also. Okay, what is section E about now? Jadeline, tell me, what's section E about? See me. Section E. What's the key thing you're supposed to do? I asked you to move to section E, right? What's the key thing you need to do now?
Management.
Management of what?
Minimize the risk.
Okay, so you are doing risk management, correct? So likewise, what is E about? What's the main thing? She mentioned is to manage risk. So what's the main thing you notice now that we've reviewed section E to both of you? Interview they all do. Right? You all plan. So you all need to start working together, plan how you're going to do your interview. Then once you're ready, right? Okay, once you're ready, you can go and appoint some people to interview already. Okay? Can? Okay, so same thing. What do you notice inside? Just now over for them, we have identified that there's templates for interview. What do you see over here now? What's the main thing? Template for what?
Risk. About.
Okay, so you are given a very clear series of
Hazards. Steps of.
Okay, you are given a very clear series of steps, right?
Yeah.
To help you to identify the different
Hazards and risk.
the different hazards and risks. Okay, so so can you go to section E, go to the template?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you have this template, right? You need to put your risk assessment through these first 4 steps, and you need to identify 9 different issues. So 9 different issues, where are you going to get your issues from?
From that 3 locations.
Yes, right? So just now you went to the 3 locations?
Never.
Never. Why never? But you're captured on video. You're captured on the video there. So if you're not there, who was it? Okay, see whether you can find 9 issues. And the 9 issues must be significant enough for you to be able to conduct a comprehensive risk assessment. So that means that those small issues is not what we want. I want you all to choose the most serious issues amongst the 9. right? And your coverage must include not just what we actually went, not just those places we went to just now, also the mass fitness exercise as well. Okay? Right? Same thing. So can you all look through this and identify in your team 9 different issues. Prioritize and find the 9 most serious issues that you actually found just now. Can? So discuss. Can you find 9 of the most serious issues? Put all the 9 issues through this risk assessment framework. Okay? Thank you. Okay. So how are you? Okay. So part of your task is also to rehearse how to interview, right? Because you don't want to go there and then not be very sure what you're supposed to do, correct or not? Correct, Okay. So can we go through again, right? What exactly you're supposed to do when you do the interview?
Yeah.
Why? Okay, so what's the first step? What will you do first?
Ask them to assess their wellness based on this.
Okay, based on?
This.
Okay, so how will you actually do it? Sorry. How will you actually ask them to assess their level of wellness? How?
Okay, based on the description shown here.
Okay, so imagine she's your interviewee. Okay, so she's your interviewee now. You just met her. What are you going to talk to her about?
Alright, so based on these descriptions of the dimensions of wellness here, I want you to rate how well you think you are from 1 to 5.
Okay, yeah, roughly that's how you can do it. Okay, you're okay? Okay, so after that, what's the next step? What's the next question?
Identify the corporate wellness initiative from that contribute to the wellness status.
Okay, you got that?
Yeah, identify the 3 corporate wellness initiatives.
Okay, identify 3 corporate wellness. Okay, sure. So, Jaslyn, imagine you're an interviewee. She asks you that question. What do you think you will respond? Put yourself. You have already attended some staff activities just now. You went to some staff places, so you are as good as a staff already. How will you answer? She asks you to name 3 that you find useful.
Just 3
Never mind. Just name. Okay, just name 2. But the staff you asked to name 3. You need 2. Just now, what did you go through? What did you do just now? So useful or not, that one? Okay. What else do you think are the benefits? Yeah, what other benefits are there? You are all recorded, everything you say. Okay. Okay, so yeah, back to you. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's a possible answer you will get lah. Okay. So after that, then what will you ask? You ask her. What's the next question you will ask her?
So, any programs that address this? Isn't this the same?
What's the aim of the third part? The third question. Sorry? Identify what? Sorry? Just now. Ineffective. Okay. So the next step you're looking for ineffective programs, or rather you're looking for areas for improvement. Okay, so the next step that's what you want to ask. Then what's the final question? Hongi, what's the final question?
Any changes to the
Okay. Okay, good. So that's something else. It's all recorded, really. Yeah. Okay. Everything you say is all recorded. Okay. Okay. So thank you very much. Okay. So once you're ready, you may go out and find your interviewee. Okay. So can you? Yes. All right. So can you go out find your interviewee as soon as you can? Okay. Can Okay. So before you go out to find your interviewee, I just want to find out first of all, how will you conduct your interview? Yeah. Just finish up whatever you need. Okay. Okay, but what are you? Yes, you can find corporate or you can find academic. So where will you find corporate stuff?
Corporate stuff.
Yeah, where will you find them?
Go the one stop center.
Yeah, you can just go one stop center. Where else? Sorry. Intranet.
Career
Okay lah,
life.
but I mean you want to find them straight away, right? This interview will only take you about 5. Where you say? Sorry.
Career life.
Career life. You mean the career center, is it?
Then the
Okay.
IT hub there.
Okay lah, yeah. See, there's many places you can just go and grab people for a short while only, right? Because why this interview will only take about 5 minutes. So, what's the first thing you will do when you see? Let's say you go to IT hub, then you find a staff very handsome one. Then you want to ask him question, right? What's the first thing you do? Come, Kimberly, what will you do? Oh, tawa. Yen tao. Okay. Then you say, hey, yen tao, Then what else? Huh? Okay, good. So you approach them, right? Then you just seek their help lah, because you are seeking their help. Okay, very good. Okay, so she's your interviewee. It's not yen tao. You want to put on like a mustache or something? Okay, never mind. All right. So what will you ask her first?
Okay, I need you to rate the physical wellness in school.
Whose physical wellness?
Your physical
Oh, hers. Okay. Can. So how you get her to rate hers?
Upon 5, how would you rate your physical wellness? Show lah.
Does she know what is physical wellness or not?
Physical wellness is the ability to
Okay.
maintain a healthy active
Okay, can Okay, so this is how you will actually introduce them to different areas of wellness. Okay. Now, after this question, what's the next thing you will do? What's the next question you will ask? That's the first question, right? To understand their level of wellness. What's the next question that you'll be asking?
3 corporate wellness initiatives, which could be in the form of program, facilities, or policies that you have found beneficial to you and have contributed to your wellness.
Okay, can. Did you get that? You're the interviewee. Okay, so she asked you to identify 3
Corporate wellness.
anything that they okay. So if let's say you're a staff, right? This morning you already took on the role of a staff, So what will you actually identify? Give me 2.
There's Star Gym.
Got what gym? Star gym.
E1 level 9.
Okay, so the gym, right? Okay. Is it effective?
Yeah.
Effective, Why, Why is it effective? What is it about the gym? Okay, free, that's one thing. What else? Why is it effective if you're a staff? You went there to see this morning. Yeah? Okay? Yeah, so look out for answers like that. Okay, very good. Okay, so give me another initiative that you think they might actually respond. Okay, so there's Zumba, there's other activities that's organized for them.
Respond to the relaxing corner.
Okay, so that's another one. Okay lah. Let's talk about the recreation corner then. So why do you think the staff might find that effective?
Because if you are very tired, then there's massage chair.
Okay. But most of the equipment there not working. Okay, never mind. That's besides the point. But in any case, yes, that's good. So same thing, right? What is it about that place that makes it good or that will make it effective for the staff? That will actually help them to achieve their desired level of wellness. First of all, what is the aspect of wellness that you think the relaxation room addresses? Which aspect? Okay. So mental, emotional. So how? Why environment?
Because they make it a space that you can dim light everything, so it's like for you to relax.
Okay. Dim light.
If people go in, they know how they have to keep quiet.
Okay. So they are not contributing to pollution, is it? When they go there? Because remember, what is the definition of environmental wellness? What's the definition? What do you mean when you say environmental wellness?
Pollution, then they will go fix it.
Okay, something like that, right? So is that environmental? Not really, right? But is it mental, emotional? Physical. Why physical?
Got machine.
So that will be recovery, which is also physical wellness. Okay, can. So ask these kinds of questions for them, right? Try to probe. And after that, right, there are 2 more questions, right? But very quickly, what are the 2 other questions that you're going to ask them? Let's say you ask them to identify the 3 already. Yes, they have identified the 3 and then they identify it as beneficial. what other things will you ask them?
Would you like to recommend any other?
Okay, so that's the final question. So what RP does not have, right? And what they want to recommend. There's one more question before that.
Any programs that they feel that is not effective?
Okay, that they feel it's not effective and they want to. Okay, very good. Okay, so that's how you actually go about asking a question. So now you can actually go and find your staff, all right, and you can actually ask them your questions. Okay, all right. Okay, everyone, okay, yes. Yes.
Because you told us like to list at least 9 different ways.
Yes.
Which is like from the venues listed, right?
Either venues or this one.
So from this one, right, you only said about the gym and the recreational. Can we talk about the relaxation?
Also can.
Just that all 3
Any
places
place
also
that
can, right?
yes, any place that you've been to.
可以.
Okay, can. Okay, so now what I would like you to do is to set off to do the respective tasks that you're supposed to do. Let's reconvene. Sorry? 3 persons at least. Okay? At least 3. Can be, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Alright? No. Staff. Remember, today you're working on this program for staff. Okay, got it? So those of you who need to go and do interviews, please go do your interviews and have your lunch at the same time. We will reconvene here again at 1 o'clock. Okay, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, let's reconvene here at 1 o'clock. Okay? And then for those of you doing the risk assessment, please do up your 9 different scenarios, right? And if you need to take more photos, which I hope you don't need to, then you may need to go back to the place again. All right? Got it? Can so we meet back here 1 o'clock, everybody. 1 o'clock. So please have your lunch. If you need to do a risk assessment at e-canteen, also go ahead. Okay? All right. So let's reconvene at 1 o'clock. Thank you, everybody.